Alright, y'all, today we are out here early in the morning harvesting some blackberries, and I had to bring in the forces this time because I have been harvesting blackberries since it started ripening this season, and I have never seen blackberries ripening so quick. So I simply welcome in some help to get the job done. Now, for the month of July, we have been experiencing some really hot weather. We had a couple heat waves and not so much rain. But as soon as early August hit, guys, the rain started falling. And so these berries just started to ripen up so rapidly that we just simply needed to do a huge harvest this morning. And as you can see here, I have a huge wall of blackberry bushes against my fence. Alright, so this is what my blackberry bushes look from the front. So we have it going from this end right here all the way down to that peach tree. That's all blackberry bushes. Now we have some new growth. And as you can see, what the blackberry bushes do, they send out these new canes. The blackberry bushes are biennials. So these canes that are being sent out right now are going to actually bear fruit next year. They're going to bear all the berries next year. See all this growth? Now these ones here that are fallen over are going to root right in the spot where they're touching the soil. So if you don't want them to grow in a spot, all you have to do is cut this back so that way you can prevent it from forming new plants. But either way, you're going to have new canes growing from the base of the plant. So my opinion is that they're not as invasive as the raspberries and they're easily controlled. But if you have one or two blackberry bushes, you will have a lot of blackberries to harvest every year. So what I do, I come in and I allow the new growth to flourish for the next season. Then I come in and I clip off all of these. See, all the ones that have given fruit this year, everything is gonna go. All of this is gonna come out. Because quite frankly, the canes that have already bore berries would never bear berries again. So this is how you're able to prune and keep your bushes healthy. Now, sometimes I may cut, because this is way too long. Let me just show you how long these would grow. All right, let's get in here. Look how long this is, guys. This is where the berries are going to come in next year. And some people kind of trellis them. I don't trellis them at all because of the space I have back here for them. Sometimes I may tie them up. I have done that in the past. Look how tall these are. And those are the canes for next year. So we have tons of new canes growing already for next year's berry bearing season. Now, I normally don't fertilize these berries. They're just against the fence here and they just grow in abundance. And I just allow them to do that. Sometimes I would cut these off. And once I cut them at a certain height, let me just show you. I may cut this and push it back to the fence. This will send out a new growth at the spot where I cut it off. And so we'll have a new branch coming off of this main one. And that one will also give us berries next year. So if you want to have an abundant harvest in the fall, you can cut the canes, the new canes that are going to bear fruit for the next season, and then you'll have new growth giving you more berries on the original cane and also on the new growth that's going to emerge from that cane. I think I can see some growth here from one of the one of the branches that I've touched down. I'm probably gonna pull this one and remove it from here. Yeah, we don't need all that. And these are thornless blackberries. So because I don't want it to encroach on my bed here, my garden bed, I just pulled it out of the ground. But as you can see, I have tons and tons of blackberries growing here. And we made a pretty good haul this morning. We got a good harvest. Hubby's right here with the bounty. And we did harvest some a couple days ago. So every couple days, imagine you have a small patch of blackberry bushes like this, and you can come in every couple days or every 2 to 3 days and harvest that amount of blackberries. So I don't know if when I say the berries can be overwhelming, if people would understand, because I love eating them fresh rather than have them frozen. So what we're going to be doing is end up freezing the ones that we harvested this morning because we had so much to eat today already, and we had so much to eat yesterday. Like I come through every morning when I come to my garden, and I pick a bunch of blackberries and I eat it right off the trees. And I also harvest every 2 to 3 days, and it's the same for me with my blueberries. Let me just show you my blueberries over here. Yeah, we did make a nice big harvest of the blueberries yesterday also. And as you can see, we still have lots of blueberries on the trees to still ripen. They're just flooded with berries. So we're gonna allow those to ripen for the next 2 to 3 days, and we'll come in and make another harvest. I have already put some in the freezer 2 days ago. Then we came in and we picked about how much would you say we picked yesterday? So what would that be, like pounds? Like a pound at least? Yeah, so we picked about a pound of blueberries yesterday. And by the time I got in, my grandson was down in it, and I was so happy because he loves fresh berries. He loves coming out here with me in the garden and pick berries and enjoy the fresh fruits. He just loves being in the garden. So I'm glad that he's interested in that, and I'm glad to share that, to show him also and to teach him so he would learn from a young age where food comes from or where it should come from and how it's grown, what it looks like on a tree, and all that good stuff. So this is all for now. This is what's going on in the garden this morning. It's a bit of a berry picking morning, chill morning. We're not doing any hard work as far as gardening. Um, we're just picking berries, and we're just going to sit on the patio this morning and chill. This is all for now. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.